Hey there, my name is Frank and I really enjoy going on adventures on my bike. So I have created this YouTube channel to share with you those experiences of riding on a bike trip. So some of you may know I'm about to head out on a bike trip around New Zealand, and maybe I'm already gone, maybe I'm already back from it. Today I would like to introduce you to some of my plans, my equipment, my bike. Let's go!
This trip is going to be about 4,000 kilometers long, spanning 40 days, so that's 100 kilometers a day, and it goes from Auckland to the beautiful Milford Sound of New Zealand and back to Auckland again. I start in Auckland and travel south, reaching Hamilton in the first day. After that, I continue down the west coast of the North Island of New Zealand, passing by Mount Taranaki. Going along the coast, I will arrive in Wellington, ready to catch my ferry across to Picton the next day. The ferry is going to be in the morning, so after I get off, I will cycle a bit further to Blenheim, where I will stay the night. Here I will continue down the east coast of the South Island until I reach Christchurch. This is a milestone of my trip. One of the goals was to attend my friend Abel's wedding, so I will stay 2 nights in Christchurch. This will give me a day to rest and also have a look around Christchurch. My friend Jonathan will also be attending this wedding. He will be flying in from Auckland. After that, he will actually join me on my trip. We will continue down the east coast until we reach the region of Otago, where we will turn towards Lake Tekapo and the mountains. If we have time, we will head to Mount Cook as well and see some of the walk tracks over there. We then continue riding past Queenstown and down to Milford Sound. This is halfway. On the way back, we will take the west coast of the South Island, where we can expect a bit of rain, going all the way up to Picton, and then take the ferry over to Wellington. And this is where I will have to be riding alone once again. Jonathan will catch a train back to Auckland, and I will ride towards Hawke's Bay. My plan is to ride through Urewera National Park, where I will really be tested with gravel roads and big mountains. After getting through that, it's an easy ride back to Auckland via Tauranga. So for many of these days, I actually won't be staying in a tent. Instead, I have found people who are keen to host me along my trip. They will be giving me a place to stay on some of the nights. The generosity of people has always been a real highlight on all of my trips. One of the main things which I will need to be careful about is keeping up my own health. Drinking water, eating enough and eating right, and making sure that I have good hygiene is key. Where possible, I will obviously be traveling by bike, so I must have a lot of faith in my bike, right? Well, let me tell you about it now. My bike is called the Bootleg. It's from Chinelli Bikes. It's a cycle touring specific bike, and I will just show you some key features in this video, but I'll put a link to the description for those who want more detail. The bike has a chromoly steel frame, strong, comfortable, but a bit heavy. Front and rear pannier racks to carry up to 40 kgs of luggage, strong wheels with wide tires for when I want to ride off-road, and powerful cantilever brakes. Taking a look at the drivetrain, in the back I have 9 gears with a pretty big range of sizes. In the front it has a FSA crankset and 3 chainrings to help me get up those steep ass hills. I've also got these pedals which allow me to clip in on one side and ride with normal shoes on the other, which is very convenient. At the top I have a specialized toupe saddle covered by a seat cover, which makes it more comfortable for long rides. At the front, the brake levers are here, the gear shifters are down at the ends of the drops, aero bars which I've installed to take some pressure off my wrist, and also a place for some little stickers. I've also got some mud guards in the front and back. I really like the cable housing on this bike too. They are of different colors and goes all the way to make sure that the cables are fully protected. So let me know what you think about my bike and any questions you may have down in the comments. So if you're still with me, now that you've seen my bike, let's have a look at what I'm going to be bringing. Obviously I'm not going to go through every item I'm bringing, just the key things once again. First up, clothing. I have 2 sets of cycling clothes. Cycling shorts can make a huge difference in long rides. A rain jacket for the not so nice weather which I will inevitably encounter. 1 set of casual clothes, shorts and a t-shirt. Some warm pants and a nice warm jacket for when it gets cold. A few pairs of socks and underwear, and obviously cycling shoes as well as normal shoes. I'll need to find a place to wash my clothes as I go and hope for the sun to dry them. So that's pretty much it for clothing. Other items include a one-man tent, a cheap but light enough one. It says it fits 2 people, but that's a little bit uncomfortable I think. Sleeping bag, a mattress which I have to inflate by mouth, but it's pretty quick. I have my obvious electronics, phone, battery, chargers, some eating utensils, a Swiss Army knife which includes a very important can opener, a bunch of bike tools including a spoke tool, puncture repair kit, Allen keys, etc. And lastly, of course, I've got my wallet. So you may have noticed that I'm not bringing a stove, so I'll have to buy cooked food everywhere I go, which isn't the most economic. Also, to hold all the stuff, I'm going to have 4 bags. 2 Altera touring panniers, which have special mounts, and 2 normal backpacks, which I will attach by lacing the straps through the back rack. To keep my things dry, I will also use plastic bags and fit them all in a big rubbish bag. I'll put a link to the full equipment list down in the description.
So I hope I've given you a good overview of what I'm going to be doing on my trip. I'm going to be taking a lot of photos and videos, of course, along the trip, and maybe I'll upload them if I have Wi-Fi access. If you like, subscribe to this channel where I'll hopefully post many more videos of my bike adventures, whether they're large or small. So this has been FrankByBike, and see you later. Go ride your bike.